About halfway between Maine and Nova Scotia, in the middle of the Bay of Fundy, sits Kent Island. Remote and pristine, it is literally a haven. A sanctuary for birds, and for students interested in research, an oasis of opportunity. This summer, Megan Stretch has been up to her elbows in Leach's storm petrels.
They're just an incredible species. So they're burrowing seabirds. They live underground. They live for a really long time, so they can live up to 38 years. They lay 1 egg a year, so they have a really interesting life history strategy.
Stretch checks their burrows every day. She weighs and measures the chicks and maintains the population census, contributing to the island's legacy of having one of the oldest continuous data sets on animals in the world. For 9 weeks in the summer here, students are the researchers.
I spend the most time counting the seedlings. 11, 12.
They work, they learn, and they live together, collaborating on their projects and taking turns on kitchen duty, making the daily bread, and doing laundry the old-fashioned way. For Elizabeth Baker and Elena Sparrow here as land stewards for the summer, it also means lugging lumber and learning to shingle. Rustic as it can be at times, students have everything they need to conduct important field research, and some things they couldn't get anywhere else, namely this kind of experience as undergrads and access to visiting graduate students, postdocs, and scientists.
I think it's incredible. I've never done field research before, and I'm kind of testing out which field of bio I would love to go into, and this opportunity was amazing to be able to stay here and also been able to meet other people who make science a career.
Usually I use the net if they're flying to catch them. Otherwise, if they're pollinating a plant, I use a tube.
For Eric Diaz, opportunity means getting expert help studying pollination and how bumblebees learn color.
I don't think it matters because it's so big.
Diaz works closely, as do all the students, with Assistant Professor of Biology PATRICIA Jones, the Bowdoin Scientific Station's director.
We're bringing undergrads into a really active scientific research station that has faculty and professional scientists working together, and they're not just part of a big research university, a cog in a wheel of a big lab. You know, being at Bowdoin, it's our undergrads who do our research here, and these students therefore really get to do something independent.
In places where there are more pollinators, the fruit yield of the blueberry bushes is higher.
Long interested in science and more recently in science communication, LEILA TRUMMEL has found a path to education and creating scientific lesson plans for high schoolers.
This is an extremely unique experience that I will never get at any other point in my life, and it's also an experience that I think is very unique to Bowdoin.
Another important and ever-evolving opportunity is to bring artists of all kinds to the island to interact with nature and student researchers to explore how their work intersects. This year's artist-in-residence, Allison Ambrosio, is creating digital artwork for a children's book before heading off to grad school to study medical illustration. And visiting professor of art Audrey Shakespeare, a sculptor, may just have the best seat in the whole place. Living and working in the boathouse, her door is always open to inspiration, which ebbs and flows with the tide.
There are these really beautiful sort of transitions in the landscape of shapes that only exist like twice a day.
Each day on the island passes with its own discoveries, triumphs, and challenges. Through it all, there is camaraderie and fun, and at the end of a summer here, students take with them perhaps the greatest gift the island has to offer, a wealth of experience for the journey ahead.